All right, guys. So, welcome to tonight's coaching call. So, on tonight, one of the things that I have on the schedule, everybody here got a chance to look at the schedule, right? I emailed it to you guys, I believe, on Monday or Friday. But the September schedule for this month, we are going over Video Blitz Masterclass. So, we're going to talk about video tonight. And then on towards the end of this month, we're going to be having a virtual CFO services live training for you guys. It's going to be a 3-day class for virtual CFO services. And then, of course, our regularly scheduled program with our Biz Bestie Solutions call, Enroll Agent, Study Accelerators. So definitely, whatever you need support on, make sure you put it on your calendar. The other thing, I don't think we had any really signups for the Biz Bestie cause. I was a little surprised because when I made the suggestion, it was several people that were like, "Oh yeah, this is a good idea," but I didn't get any signups. So I'll check it to see if anyone has signed up since I last checked it. But if you guys do want to facilitate those calls, definitely sign up to kind of be the leader of a Monday call. And really, as the leader, you're just kind of facilitating the conversation. Maybe you have prompts that you can say that gets the conversation sparked. But mainly the calls are supposed to be, us just coming on with our, hopefully you guys can, have your video on most times. I know sometimes we can't have video on, which is understandable. But it's supposed to be kind of like this business, friend chat, right? Where we just kind of get together and we're talking about like what's going on in our business. Obviously, you guys can ask questions, but it's more so to get, when you ask questions, think of it like we're sitting at a restaurant together and most everybody should pitch in on answering the question, right? That's kind of how ideally I would like these calls to go, where it's not just one person like Lisa or like me that's answering all the questions. Like we're all just kind of sitting down, having a conversation, kind of helping each other out. So definitely sign up for the classes, not the class, but to facilitate, to lead one of the Biz Bestie calls. But anyway, so you guys notice my new setup here. It wasn't much, right? So these roses are fake. They've been fake for a whole year. I like the whole rose set up, but I was actually paying for real roses like every week. And I was just like, man, it just seemed like a waste for me. I was like, man, I'm killing these flowers. They just sitting here for aesthetics. And I just felt bad. Honestly, I felt bad that, those little poor roses was just dying every week. And so I was like, I want to see if I can find some off Amazon. So I went on Amazon. I found these. They were like $20 for like a bundle of them, right? You get like 50, I think, in a bundle. And so I ordered red and I ordered white. And then you kind of guys probably see me over the past year when I'm at my condo, you would see the red and then you would see the white flowers behind me. I just thought it would be a cute aesthetic, right? Just something to, be kind of like my signature scene. And then I eventually got this plant. This is also from Amazon. It's a fake plant as well. It was like $15-$20, but it's actually like 3 feet. It's like 3 feet tall. All of this from Amazon. My microphone is a Blue Yeti. I have these lights. These are face lamps, right? So if you do want to like illuminate your face, you could turn on these face lamps, right? And then now I'm brighter, but I'm trying to go for the midnight smooth jazz aesthetic right now. So I don't have those lights on, but I do have another light. So I think what I do, I'll put in the Facebook group for you guys, just some of my supplies, just in case you want to buy some of this stuff. It's not required. But the reason why I got it was because, over time, this is not where I started. I didn't start with like props and things behind me. I just started with my cell phone and that was it. That's all I had was my cell phone. So if you go back on YouTube and you go back for like 3 years, I had a YouTube and I had a little phone stand. And I was at the library. That's where I was shooting most of my videos because they had great light in the library. And it was just too loud at the house that I was staying at for me to shoot there. So I want you to know, start small, but eventually you can start adding in more, props to make your podcast area, right? Your video area more professional, right? More professional and more aesthetically pleasing. So I recently got the Believe sign. That's off Amazon too. It was like $60, right? And it's the LED light. It's super bright. And then behind the believe sign is a mirror. So you really can't tell, but like this right here is a mirror. And so all of this, I probably spent maybe for all of my setup, I would say maybe 350 $350 for everything, but that's not where I started. I didn't start here. So what I wanted to do was just come on and talk to you guys about video content, right? How obviously video is a great way to get clients. One, I always ask people, I'm like, when you are marketing online, let's just say you send somebody a message, you do the hunting strategies that I teach in TA6, and you message somebody, what's the first thing that you think that they're going to do? Or what's the first thing anybody is going to do if you meet somebody out in the streets and you tell them, hey, here's my card? The first thing they're going to do is what? Yeah, they're going to Google you. They're going to look you up. So when they look you up, you want to have assets, right? You want to have a body of work online. You want to have a brand presence. You want to have, you want to have already established that you are a subject matter expert in your field. Over the past year, type in chat, how many videos do you think you've done this year in 2022? How many videos do you think you posted total? Type in chat.
On YouTube or what?
Total.
Everywhere?
Okay. Okay. Three. Okay. So we are in, what are we in, September? So that's the 9th month. What's 4 times 9? Is that 28? Nora, you posted 120 videos?
Yes, between shorts, lives, and YouTube. Most of them, I take them to YouTube eventually.
You just gave me a heart attack. Okay, Nora, I see you. So we should be at this year. We should be at a minimum of 36 videos so far this year. That's 1 video a week. Starting from January to now, we should be at about 36 videos. So if you are not at least 36 videos, I don't even think, listen, I might be, I don't know. I don't think it's 36. I don't think it's 36. I post frequently on Instagram, but then I'll take the video down like a week or so later. I'll take the video down because it's not searchable content that I really want up. The searchable content, I'll leave that up on YouTube. But so what I want you guys to know, we really want to shoot for at least 1 video per week. If you get out 1 video per week, this is going to really help to solidify you as a subject matter expert. So what just happened in the tax world that we could go live and talk about tomorrow or tonight if you wanted to, or sometime this week? What just happened? Yes, Michelle, the IRA bill, the Inflation Reduction Act bill was just passed, right? So who here, type one in the chat if you already have kind of skimmed the bill. 0 if you haven't. Okay. A few of you already, have skimmed the bill. Okay. So this is one thing that you should be talking about right now, especially while it's already being reported on by bigger brands, right? Like CNBC, MSN. I don't know if you guys seen those green screens that people do where they'll take an article clip and then they'll like commentate on that article clip. You could do something as simple as that and just highlighting, the importance of the bill, right? Or just, highlights of the bill that's pertinent to your audience. But something like that we need to be paying attention to and piggybacking on. So this is also a strategy. This is a strategy that a lot of influencers use. They piggyback on content that is already viral, right? That's a great way to get your content to go viral as well. I remember when, let me see if I can remember the exact specifics of it. I think it was the stimmy checks, right? When the stimulus checks were just being announced, everybody was confused. People didn't really know what to do. So the people that actually created content on stimmy checks, like we had people in this program that created, a video on his stimulus checks that went viral. They got tens of thousands of views, and they were like, oh my God, like, because people were already searching for it. So what I want you guys to pay attention to when you do see content that is going viral, or content that, is being searched for a lot, or that people might not truly understand, I want you guys to see how you can piggyback off that. If not for nothing, you could just go and kind of do like a green screen. So let me share my screen so I can show you guys what that looks like on the green screen. Okay, so I like when he does his green screen. So let me see if I can find one that he's done recently. Oh, looks like he hasn't done one in a minute. Could have sworn I saw one on here. Let's do Kiana. I think I've seen a green screen on hers just recently. Like this. Here we go. So you see how she's down here in the corner talking? And then she has this green screen. So how you do it, you go to your Instagram, you screenshot what you want to talk about, right? You do a screenshot on your cell phone and you get the photo. And then when you go on your Instagram to actually create the reel, it lets you do what's called a green screen. And then when you click on green screen, you can upload or tag this photo behind you, and then you could put your camera in front of you and you kind of adjust where you're at. So this is becoming a really good, I think it helps you, one, go viral, two, you're leveraging a larger platform in the news that they're already I can't think tonight. You're already leveraging a known platform, right? So she's just piggybacking off of the Black enterprise, right? So she's piggybacking off of their credibility, and she's giving her own commentary. That's really what makes people's content good, is that they want to hear what's your opinion about it. Right? People can read Black enterprise, but what is making people actually look at your content and be interested in what you have to say is because you should have an opinion about this, right? You should not only come with maybe some tips, some best practices, pitfalls to avoid, but you should also be adding in your own commentary, right? Making sure that people know where you stand on a particular issue, your personal beliefs or thoughts on a particular issue, because that's what really is going to make the content really resonate with your tribe, right? So what I would say as a piece of homework, let's all do one commentary piece about this. Go ahead and think for 60 seconds, and let's do this. If you can pull up your Instagram account, let's go on some news sites really quick. And what we could do is let's find a news article that you think is interesting that you can talk about. We just want you to get used to giving people your opinion, because that's really what the currency is nowadays. The currency is your opinion. That's what's going to make you special. So don't be afraid to give your opinion. Don't be afraid to give your commentary on something. So let's take 60 seconds, type in chat when you get it, but go on various news sites really quick and see what headlines really resonate with you and how you can put a tax spin or a bookkeeping spin or accounting spin or a tax planning spin on this piece of content that you come across. So I'm going to do the same thing right now. Okay, I found mine. So this was 3 weeks ago, but it's okay. So it says LeBron James becomes highest paid player in NBA history with latest contract extension. So I would screenshot this and I would do a green screen and I would talk about, various different tax planning vehicles that LeBron James could potentially invest in. I would be like, if I was LeBron James's enrolled agent, here's the top 3 things that I would tell him to do to help reduce his tax bill. Number 1, right? I bet you I get some traction on this and it starts getting picked up, because now I'm going to tag Black Enterprise, right? Because they might even share it. I might even tag LeBron James, right? He might potentially share it, right? So don't be afraid to do this. This is the new currency. Like, people want to know your opinion. They want to know what you think. They see the headlines. They can read right? They see the news, but they want to know what's the commentary behind it. What do people feel about this? Which is why I don't know if you guys do this. Type in chat if you do this, or just take yourself off mute. When I see a story or when I'm watching a video on YouTube, I go straight to the comment section. Why? Because I want to see what their opinion is on this video or their opinion on the topic. I love going straight to the comment section. So if I read something, right, I'll go straight to the comments because I want to see what people think. That's the fascinating part. That's the part that is entertaining, is seeing the good and the ugly in the comment section. So don't be afraid to give your commentary, because that's what people really want. They want commentary. That's what they strive. This is the currency, guys. This is the currency. Your opinion is the currency right now on social media. So, Tiffany,
can I share something?
Please. Hey, yes, please. Thank you.
So I believe that we spoke before. And you were telling me about, building inconsistency before my post is what I mean. Building inconsistency and everything. And I used one of the popular things that happened. Unfortunately, there was an accountant in Georgia she was a whistleblower and never got any response. So she ended up killing her previous boss and all this kind of stuff. But I happened to be on the highway when the cop cars were passing by to find her. They didn't know who it was. They just knew that there was a shooter. And they eventually found her at the airport. Anyway, I talked about that in the post and I tagged her. No, that's not true. I did not tag her, but I hashtagged.
Yeah.
I hashtagged and all that kind of stuff. And that was like my most viewed one, like 5,000 people looked at that. My other stuff were like 71, like super modest. And I got a whole bunch of responses and lots of comments. And I didn't really talk about whether or not I thought she was right or wrong, but just about choosing making sure you choosing the right business to work with, and then the types of decisions you make as a professional and all of that kind of stuff. But people, either they lived in the area or they knew about. It was a very good response to let me know, okay, keep up with the news and share with the news. And the next thing that I posted was, because I'm in real estate, so my idea was to do accounting information and then real estate information. And so for real estate, Biggie Small's daughter put up her house to bond out her boyfriend for hitting people. Like he what do you call it? He drove off when the cops pulled him over for a loud pipe. So but those things and I didn't necessarily want to be there, but I noticed that it gets it kind of gets people engaged to just have a conversation. I don't stay there. I don't stay with that information. It's just like, okay, here's a pull. And then it kind of starts a discussion. Now I'm working on, staying up on things that are fresh and continuing to make it relate to my niche or whatever. But yeah, I noticed it was a good, and I'm not celebrating the situation, but
no, but you're saying the fact that you saw something that was going viral that you were a part of, you piggybacked off, you gave commentary about it. That was your most viewed video. Yeah.
And it was actually before it went viral, but it just was something to talk about that I actually saw. Like there weren't many posts when I went to it, my face was up there early. So I think that had helped with people, connecting with it or commenting or viewing it as many times as they did.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Yes. Okay. So I'm actually about to see, so I want to get the exact instructions. So I just screenshot this LeBron James post. Anybody else want to hop in on what you, like, if you've done this type of content or, if you want to hop in on the conversation too, while I pull up, IG. Okay, and Google Doc. Okay, so now if you got your story, now what we want to do is create our quick pieces. So my story is this one right here. LeBron James becomes highest paid player in NBA history with latest contract extension. And it says that his pay is going to be $97.1 million. Sheesh. So I'm going to read that title, and then I'm going to say, here are, I'm also going to put, if I were LeBron James enroll agent, or maybe I should put, I feel like not a lot of people know what an EA is. What do you guys think? Should we say enroll agent, or should I say accountant or
accountant?
I think
Accountant.
okay. If I were LeBron James, accountant, or we could say tax strategist. Which one do y'all like better, accountant or tax strategist?
Or you can do tax accountant.
Okay, listen, let's go. Okay, if I were LeBron James tax accountant, here are 3 ways I would recommend him to do to reduce his tax rate. Dang, I need to also quantify the tax rate, right? Because people are not going to know how much taxes he's going to have to pay. And I'll say something like, wow, at, what was it, guys? $97.1 million. He would be taxed. What's the highest tax rate? Is it 37 or 35? Tax rate table 2021.
Now, is his contract increased by 97?
I think he just renewed it. Oh, yeah, it was an extension.
Okay.
They extended it. Okay, at $97 million, he will be taxed around, let me just say $35 million in taxes at the highest tax rate of about 37%. See, I'm giving myself some wiggle room. I said around and about, right? And then I'll say, if I were LeBron James tax accountant, here are 3 ways I would recommend him to reduce his tax rate. Number 1. Number 2, and I'm really about to do this, just so you guys know, because I want you guys to do yours too. I'm really going to do it, and I'm really going to post it. And then we're going to see by the end of the week how many views it gets. So I want you guys to do it with me, because by the end of this week, I want us to post our screenshot of how many reviews and not reviews, but views we actually got, or comments, or says, like, post your stats on your we're going to call this your green screen reel. Your green screen reel. So those that are just joining in, what we're doing, I want you to find a piece of news on a various news site. You can use Black Enterprise, Forbes, Entrepreneur. It doesn't matter what website you use or what social media newscast you use. Find a piece of news that you can talk about, that you can give some perspective on, and screenshot it. And what we're going to do, we're going to do a green screen. So let me just go back for those that are just hopping in. I'll show you an example of a green screen from Kiana. She just did one on the Black Enterprise. It says a mortgage loan just for Black borrowers offered by the nation's largest Black-led mortgage company. And she's a real estate agent, right? So now she's giving her opinion and her commentary. This is what I was telling you guys that didn't hear me say this, that just hopped in. Your opinion is the new currency. People want to know what your take on it is. People want to know your perspective. We were saying that, when we look at stuff like this, we go straight to the comment section, right? When I watch videos on YouTube, I go straight to the comment section because I want to know what other people think about this. So this type of content I see gets a lot of attention. It gets saved. One, it brings awareness, because I didn't know this until I saw it on her page. I didn't see this on Black Enterprise's page. It didn't show up in my timeline, but she brought awareness to it for me. And she's given her perspective, and also she's given her call to action to join her, whatever she's selling, right? She's also utilizing this as a way to get more clients. So like I was telling, if you guys heard me say this, but anytime we post on social media, we generally like to have a call to action. We want to push people to take a particular action, which is to download something, join something, purchase something, book something, right? Something that they can partake in after you leave your commentary. So what I want this kind of this workshop to actually be is for you guys to choose your news piece, and for you to go ahead and do what I'm doing and write out your quick script. We really want to keep this under 60 seconds. And I want us to record it if we could get it done within the next 15 to 20 minutes, and post it on social media. And then by the end of this week, I actually want to run the stats on this and see what the actual stats are. So we could just see on her, she just posted this 4 hours ago, and she already got 14,000 likes. That's crazy. She posted this 4 hours ago. She got 14,000 likes. And she's not she definitely, her followers went up a lot over the past couple of years. Not even a couple of years. Over the past year, her followers went up. Because when I was following her, she was like at like 90,000 followers. And now she's, almost quadruple that. So let's do this, because this is going to get you exposed to a bigger audience. It's going to get more people on your page. And plus, we all know that Reels is the thing that is being pushed. So let's go ahead and I would love for you guys to participate in this and share your results. So I'm just going to finish out my script right here, and I want you guys to do the same thing on yours. And then what we could do over the next 5 minutes, I'm going to try to get done with this over the next 2 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes. I'm going to record this. You guys can see me record it, and then I'm going to post it. Let me know in the chat what you guys think. Are you going to participate? Are you going to do it with me? Don't leave me hanging, y'all. Don't leave me hanging.
Should it be general or keep it with our niche? How do you say that word?
Yeah. So I would say as long as you can tie it back to some way of tax and bookkeeping, you can really turn any of these stories and turn it back to tax and bookkeeping at some point. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, like if it's real estate, or could I just get anything?
Yeah. So, actually, no, it doesn't have to be real estate specific. If you can find a piece of news piece on real estate, absolutely. But if not, just tie it back to taxes, period, or bookkeeping, like I said, accounting, just tie it back that way.
And do you have a suggestion on what time we should be posting the reels? Like, I know for me, mine usually perform better in the mornings, but I don't know if that's only because, like, I've never done like a trendy topic or anything, just generic tax topics. So will it make a difference since it's a trendy topic? It doesn't matter what time you post it.
Nora says noontime is good. Just past recently, we realized that Friday evenings is no bueno. But I would say anytime during the week, anytime when people are generally at work, they're probably scrolling on social media. If it's between 9 and 5, you're probably good to go. But noontime, I would agree with Nora. I would say noon is good. But honestly, anytime between 9 and 5, I think is great. And then you do still, and even this time, right? It's still it's 8 here. 7, 6, 5, it's 5:43 on the West Coast. So, like, especially when people get off work, like, you just want to think, when are you on social media? Like, when are you scrolling on Instagram? Well, I'll let you know. I scroll on Instagram in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. I'm on it at least 3 times a day. For depending on how much work I got to do, I'll scroll for like 15 minutes. And I'm sure my analytics probably saying, girl, you lying. You on Instagram longer than that. My analytics probably like, she be on Instagram all day. Kiera says you can look at your insights on IG, yes, to see when your followers are most active. Thank you, Kiera. Shari says, yes, noon is good and weekends are low response. Yeah. Zenaida says, once you hit 100, then you can go to your insights and see what time your people are there. Absolutely. Let me see if I can see what time my people are here. Let's see real quick if I could do it from my computer. Yeah, it's not going to let me see it from my computer. I'll have to do it from my phone. All right. So let me finish up this. And if you guys can, if you want to participate, go ahead and at least search for an article. If you can't do it tonight, just search for an article that you could do this on tomorrow or sometime this week.
Krista, he already has a foundation where he helped renovate people's homes. I saw him on because I watch HGTV, so I saw him on there one day.
Yes, I love that. So perfect, perfect. But see, you know that, but a lot of people don't know he got a foundation, or if they do, they if they do know he has a foundation, they really don't know the strategic play behind why he has a foundation. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't know he's taking a huge portion of that salary and putting it into the foundation so he can use it as a tax deduction. But thank you for letting me know. I figured he probably did already have a foundation. That's what I was thinking too, Nora. I was thinking it was 30%, but I thought I ran across something that said something about 100% since COVID. And that might have been for
that is for public charity. That's why a lot of people saying now, like, charity is better than private foundation if you have your own nonprofit. Because even without COVID, like it's 60%, while private foundation only 30%. And now for COVID, it's 100% you can donate to charity, whether it's yours or not. But but of course you want to have it to yours if you want to donate 100%.
Right. You think I should put that as, what should I? Okay, I'm gonna save that one. But okay. So, or I could just say create a private foundation or I like to use a tax exempt organization is what the IRS calls it. Okay. And then my last one is create a grantor annuity trust. So that he can, I'm gonna change this verbiage up later when I do a little bit on tax law research, but I want to say so that he can park assets he has, and as the assets appreciate, he can pass the appreciable amount to his heirs tax free. Okay. All right. HEIRS. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do, this is pretty much the shell of what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to just clean it up and make sure that, I got my tax law correct, right? And make sure that it's factually correct, right? And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to tag Black Enterprise when I post this. I'm going to, what? Okay. I'm going to tag Black Enterprise. I'm going to tag LeBron James. Who else can we tag? I think that would be good for now. And then I'll do my hashtags. I'll do hashtags like tax planning, tax law, enroll agent, right? I'll write out like maybe 5 more. But I also in my caption, I'll put this in my caption, but I'm going to also have a call to action. So my call to action is going to be, if you would like to learn more about tax planning strategies, click the link in my bio. Right. Always have your call to action. Boom. I'm excited. I'm excited to do this. I'm going to do it tonight. As soon as we get off this call, I'm going to work on this and I'm going to post it tonight. So hold me accountable and go to my page if you're still up around 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, and let me know what you think. So yeah, so Lita says the LeBron James Family Foundation. Beautiful. Repeat what Nora said. Oh, okay, Shari, you're like, I should repeat what Nora said. You can donate up to 60% of the AGI to a public charity in COVID, 100%. And for private foundation, you can donate 30% of AGI. Okay, thank you, Nora, for typing that back in the chat. All right, so what I would want to see, let's do an accountability. So what I want to see, let's do 1 reel per day, newsreel like this. 1 reel per day where we take tax law. Maybe the next day we can take portions of this new bill that was passed, right? The tax, what's this bill called, guys? The tax The Inflation Reduction Act, right? So we can even screenshot, whatever news publication has already spoke about this. There's already tons of news publications that are just not talking about this. We can screenshot any portion of this. Like one of them is the corporate minimum tax. From what I've been reading about it, it's really going to affect only very wealthy corporations. That it says over the 3 taxable years, ending with such taxable years exceeds $1 billion. And then some other requirements, but it doesn't look like this is going to touch the majority of corporations. It's only going to touch, top publicly traded corporations or private corporations that meet these income and financial requirements. But you could just do something like that to say, hey, the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022 now has a minimum corporate tax of, and I think I didn't get the amount. Did somebody get the amount of what the corporate minimum tax would be? Oh, 15%. 15% of the adjusted financial statement income for the taxable year over the corporate AMT foreign tax credit for the taxable year. Okay. So about 15%. And so you can say that, but you can be like, but it's not going to affect, the majority of corporations, mom and pop, people that make under a certain amount, yada, 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 right? You can do, you could say something like that and that be your news piece. But just be more conscious when you are scrolling on social media and you see something that is enticing, you see something that is relatable in your niche, most especially, like follow your niche on any niche publications that you can think of, like search them, right? So if you are about real estate, one real estate thing that I definitely would follow would be Bigger Pockets, right? So let's see, they have 383,000 followers. That's not bad. But when you're on your cell phone, you can like click down. Oh, no, you can do it on here on your computer. But if you click down the arrow online and on your cell phone, you can see other similar websites like this. You should follow a lot of these news social media sites so that you can repurpose their content. And obviously you're going to tag them and give them credit for it, but it'd be a great way to repurpose their content. So we could find something, I think Zenaida, you're on in real estate. So let's see, short-term rental investors reality, real estate investing. Let's see if we can get some content quickly. Okay, pre-order, investor tips, the 4 C's of Airbnb. And listen, one other thing that I've been noticing that has been really popular, which is so interesting, is just people remixing a reel and just being quiet, right? So you could play this lady and you could do a dual screen with this lady and you could be pointing to her like, the only thing that these people are doing is just listening, and then they're like shaking their head or they're pointing to them and they're agreeing with what they're saying, but you piggyback off their content while also giving them credit too, because Instagram is allowing you to remix the reel and you don't even have to say anything. Have you guys seen that where people are remixing reels and they just sitting there just watching a reel, but you are, again, it's just you getting their opinion. Their facial expression is their opinion on the subject. So you don't have to make this complicated, right? If you see content that you agree with, be like, oh man, this is good. And even if you want to add to that, right? So for example, let's just say I come out with my reel, Nora could probably piggyback on my reel and say, in addition, let's just say I only talked about private foundations. Nora can now come and piggyback on my reel and say, in addition to a private foundations, they also can do and invest in a trust, right? And here's why. With the trust, you can give up to 100% of your salary and even have a greater tax deduction, right? That in itself is you remixing and you putting your own spin on it. So don't let this stuff just get complicated. Let's just get creative and let's start to integrate other people's content, but giving our opinions on it, because that's what people really want to know. Okay. All right, guys. So Lana says, I think they're called reaction reels. All you see is their reaction. Yes, that's all you see. And then also, like I said, you can have a reaction video where you're reacting to a piece of content. Absolutely. And I think it's ingenious, right? I really think the ability to leverage other people's content. Also, you're sharing their content, but then you're also giving your perspective about the content.
Do you know if when you do that, do do you get the views and the person you're remixing also gets the views as well?
You get the views, but they can go to Instagram tags their page, so people know who the original content creator was. So you're getting the views on your page, right? On that reel, it's your views, but they're being tagged, so they get credit. So when people want to know where the original source came from, obviously they see the original source for that. And correct me if I'm wrong, but that's how I see it on Instagram. Like, I don't see the reaction on this person. Like, if I do a reaction on, let's just say, this lady, it's not going to show up on this page. It's probably going to see, let's see, what does it say? It's going to say, it might say something. I don't know. I have to test it out. I'll test it out. I'll test it out with one of you guys. Post one of your reels so I can remix one of y'all reels, and we'll see. But I don't think it shows up on your page. Like, if I was to remix your reel, it's not going to show up on your page, but it is going to tag you. It's going to tag the content, if that makes sense. Okay, so this was the video, guys. This was the lesson. We got to start doing more content. I know it sucks. It sucks, but we got to do it. If we don't want to get left behind, y'all, we got to do more content. Listen, we're in a content creators world, and the people that are consuming the content are going to be left behind, and the people that are creating the content are the ones that are going to be taking more and more market share. Any questions? Adriana says, do you have a professional or business account? Yes, I have a business account. You can change if you want to. Some people just start another Instagram account and they make it their business account, but I made my personal account. I just switched it over to a business account. But yes, you do have to have a business account in order to see insights. Oh, I see. You were answering Shari's question. Yes, you have to have a business account, a professional account, in order to see your insights. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to see it. Okay, guys. Well, I'm gonna start working on my reel. I hope you are too, and I want to see your analytics. So definitely let me know in the Facebook group. I'm actually, after I do my reel, I want to post it in our Facebook group so you guys can check it out and give me your feedback. And then when you're done with your reel, I want you to post it in the Facebook group so we can go and support your reel, and we can, talk about our analytics in the chat over the weekend.